Hey AJ, thanks for taking the time meeting with us. It definitely looks like you're getting more comfortable out there at the court steadily but slowly. Just how do you feel like your body is progressing, and also how much more mental confidence do you have in that knee now, a couple of weeks back from practice?
I think the way I'm being comfortable out there is because I got a great support system with Duke here, and just everyone just being so supportive and helping me get back to where they know I can, and it's all been really really great. Like I've had confidence in my mental and my physical just because I know that we all have a plan, and they're with me. They're right there with me, and I'm with them. And so I just give thanks to Jose and Nick and Coach Will and all the strength coaches who helped me just recover from what happened.
Does the knee feel as strong as it did before? Or just in terms of physically, how does it feel now compared to maybe what it did beforehand?
I feel like it's right where I left off, really, and that's once again thanks to like Nick and Jose and everyone get me right, and I feel as confident as I was, probably even more now, just from the what's it called the confidence I got from my coaches who've been helping me during this time. So I give thanks to them. So yeah.
Our next, we'll go to Steve Wiseman.
Hey, thanks for being on with us.
Um,
Where are you mentally as far as dealing with all these injuries you've had the last 2 or 3 years? You didn't play last year at all, I know, and just 12 games as a junior. So, that can take a toll on people. So how are you doing with that part of it?
the mental part is great. Still, like no matter what happens, you can just give it your all. And I knew the risks of playing basketball. You could get injured. So like I just keep the same mindset of getting better every single day. And a big part of it is keeping my mental strong is my faith in Jesus Christ and just staying grounded in that spiritual sense and knowing that all things work out for those who love him. So I know that he has a plan for me, and that's what keeps me going.
David Thompson.
Did you have a moment or a game this year, and I know it's early in the season, where you were like, okay, I feel physically and mentally back? Was there like a defining moment maybe?
Um, I feel like there's never really like a defining moment with that. It's more of building up on each game, and like I feel like I build confidence over each game, and that's with just playing and getting the reps in, and just realizing that you're not too far behind or anything, and you just got to keep working and building on every single day and staying neutral with your mindset of attacking every single day the same way, and that's with being aggressive and being confident. So.
You had a season high 16 minutes in the last game. Was it exciting just to be a bigger part of the game plan?
Yeah, it definitely was. It was a lot of fun, really, just being out there and having fun with my teammates. Like I love sharing the ball and just seeing the teammates, hit threes and just enjoying Cameron. It was definitely a great part and a fun part of my experience so far. So, yeah.
All right, next we'll go to Jim Sumner.
Hey, Jay, you seem to be one of these positionless players that Mike Krzyzewski likes so much. Can you talk about how you can translate that into helping this team, all the ways you can help this team?
I feel like that helps with just wanting to do whatever coach tells me to do, whether he tells me to go rebound, whether he tells me to go, make my teammates better or score. Like I'm just here all ears and just trying to learn from him and do what he has called me to do and, just be a part of the team and just contribute in any way. So,
Thanks.
no problem.
Adam Zagoria.
Hey AJ, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Great.
You kind of answered some of this already, but just you're so used to kind of being a starter and starring in high school. What's it like for you coming off the bench and kind of bringing that energy off the bench and coming in after the starters?
I feel like it just feels like high school all over again. Like you just gotta play your role, and I'm happy with any role I have on the team. And you always gotta be open to do whatever it takes for the team to win. And if that means I gotta sit out, like I'm happy with that. Like I'm just trying to win every single game. And as long as we're winning, like I'm happy, and I just want the best for everyone, really. And I know that, you know, this I can use it as a growing experience and look at it from a different perspective, because most guys, they don't want to like I guess like not want to start or something like that, but like that stuff doesn't matter unless like as long as we win and you're contributing to the team. I feel like there's no reason to get upset about. So yeah.
How much better do you think you can get, during the course of the year physically, and how much upside do you think you have this year?
I feel like one, just staying healthy and building on every single game. I feel like not only me but us as a team could get a lot better. And I know Coach sees the potential in every single one of us, and that just comes. It has to come from us wanting to get better every single day. And I believe that we can all, reach that potential that Coach K sees in us, and that just comes with working out and staying grounded every single day. So yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, next we'll go to Connor O'Neill.
AJ, about a month ago when the injury did happen, given what you've been through the last 2 years, was there a part of you that kind of is just conditioned to fear the worst? And did you end up being happy that it wasn't as bad or long-term as you thought it could have been?
Well, when it happened, it was more mental than physical, and I think that was a really great. I should say, like, that was a really important moment of my life, knowing that I'm in a critical time, and I just wanted to, you have those thoughts come in your head of wanting to not, I guess, like get back up again, because you keep on getting knocked back down. But I believe that if you keep pushing through it, like you'll see the glory days. And I know that I will never give up, and I have a great support system behind me that picks me up. Like as soon as it happened, everyone else here is just, super loving, super encouraging. They got my back, and I know that with a team like this and with a family like this, there's just no way you can like ever quit, really. It's just like, I don't know, it just keeps you going every single day. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, Tom Shanahan.
Hey, AJ, I didn't follow how your recruiting rankings might have fluctuated with all your injuries and time that you miss, but I wondered if, that affected you mentally, if you're worried some schools might lose interest, and how did Duke stay in touch with you until, you were finally ready to commit and get the offer you wanted?
Well, I thank them every day, like staying there and committing to me, like staying and like encouraging me through that time. And they gave me that confidence of like when I first got here, Coach K said, I believe in you, like just keep working. And I feel like that confidence from coach and from the staff, that's something that you don't get everywhere. And I'm truly grateful for it. And I get it from the teammates too. Like they got my back, and they're really family. And so them knowing that like those recruits and not recruits, those recruiting sites and stuff like that, they know that it doesn't matter. Like they know I can play. And so that confidence coming from them, that was huge. So yeah.
Thank you.
Got time for a couple more. We'll go to Donald Wine.
Thank you, Mike. Hey, AJ. This year so far, you've had a big game against Kentucky, followed up with 2 games at Cameron in the span of like 27 hours, and then a 3rd game in Cameron. You've gone through this, you're in your freshman year. So your first 4 or 5 games. Who are the teammates on your team that you've kind of leaned on to kind of get you through what to expect from being a college basketball player in these first few weeks of college?
First, I would say like all the teammates are super helpful, and I think Wendell and Joey Baker, like they both been helping me on and off the court, just being there for me as a leader and kind of just letting me know what to expect during these games and how to prepare for them mentally and physically. So I give thanks to them, and just also the coaches too, just keeping me on point with everything and just pushing me every day. And I'm truly grateful for that because they rather have me like being pushed super hard than not getting it and being in my like comfort zone, you could say. And so like that's one thing I'm really grateful for, them pushing me and showing me that tough love because they know I need it, I know I need it, and so I'm grateful for that. So.
All right, we'll go back to Adam Zagoria.
Yeah, hey AJ, I talked to your dad a little. I know he's like kind of keeping tabs on you, and he's going to try to come watch you maybe at the NBA All-Star break. What kind of advice? What kind of advice has he given you through the injuries? And I know you were kind of living with him right last summer. What were you able to do with him, last summer, and how did that help?
First off, with the injury, he's been really encouraging. Like we have this special bond, and he knows that like I'll never quit, or even though when I go over these humps, he's right there with me, encouraging me, letting me know that like it'll be worth it in the end. And you just gotta keep pushing and keep working hard, and you will see the breakthrough. And so I just continue to keep that in my head mentally every single time you hit a roadblock. And on the off season, we've been working a lot in the gym. I know he's been doing stuff with like the other coaches for like his team, but he's put a lot of dedication into me and invested in me. And I'm truly grateful for the time, to work out with him. And it's not only.
Sorry, do you call him after games? Like, do you guys FaceTime or talk after games? And does he kind of give you feedback on how you played?
Yeah. He usually talks to me if he can, because they're always on the road. But like he'll usually give you some advice like after the game and like tell me the truth about how I played. And I'm truly grateful for that because I know that I want to learn as much as I can, and it's no better. Like it's just really good to hear from my dad, and he doesn't just tell me as like my dad, but he tells me as a real coach, and how he would like say to like one of his teammates. So yeah.
Is that on FaceTime, AJ, or text or phone call, or
either one? Like it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just just talking really.
All right, thanks, man. Good luck.
No problem.
Last question, we'll go to Brendan Marks.
Hey AJ, yeah, I know with the most recent injury in October, you missed a little bit of time practice wise, but did you fall behind at all, or how did you sort of stay up to date, I guess, with the playbook and the plays and the offense and everything, and just sort of what's your comfort level there now, and how much has it grown, since the season started to this point?
When I got injured, I made sure that like I talked to one of the coaches to keep it on track with everything, and we've been doing this thing like after every practice, running through the plays, make sure I still get the reps in that I missed, and I think that's been a really helpful thing for our offense, and also going through the defense too, like learning the positions of help side and stuff like that, and that's thanks to the coaches and just really just helping me stay in that moment and stay up to date with the team.
Is there one assistant coach you primarily work with after practice, or just sort of whoever's available?
You could say, I mean, pretty much everyone really.
Okay.
Like I would say Nolan Smith and Coach Shire. Like I work with all of them. Jefferson, Chris Carroll, and stuff like that. So it's pretty much just everyone. Yeah.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you.
Hey, Jeremy, nice to see you, man. Just want to ask, you're about 4 games into the season right now. How do you think the team has come together on the court, and where do you see maybe perhaps room for improvement as you keep building some of these non-conference games at home?
I mean, I think all the 4 games we got better each game. Just as a unit, I think we've been connected pretty much all this time we've been down here. So I mean, it's gonna keep going towards this, progressing towards this season. But I mean, say your second question one more time.
I was just wondering if where you specifically might see room that you guys need to improve, or things that you can improve on as you keep building here.
I mean, definitely room for improvement. I mean, just stop giving us so many offensive rebounds. Just, I mean, the defense on the defense end and on the offense end, like we kind of stagnant sometimes on the offense end, but I mean, always room for improvement. Looking to get better.
Steve Wiseman.
Hey, Jeremy, looking at your stats, you're shooting over 50%, you got twice as many assists as turnovers, so things are really going great. How do you feel as a player this year as opposed to last year, and the preparation you were able to do this year and weren't able to really do last year?
I mean, just taking the bad stuff away that happened last year, and the good stuff that happened last year, and just bringing it to my sophomore year. I mean, just the transition from freshman to sophomore year is definitely big, and it gives you a big confidence boost. You've seen everything. You know what it's like to play in the ACC. You know what it's like to play on the road and stuff like that. So I mean, it's definitely been a great adjustment for me, and it's boosted my confidence a lot.
Brandon Marks.
Hey, Jeremy. Coach said before the season started that, we don't necessarily have one true point guard. We've got 4 different dudes. And when Jalen's in there too, 5 guys who can really handle the ball. But just sort of how much easier does that make life for you guys on offense with that many guys who handle the ball? And on the defensive side of things, how does that work out with knowing that yourself and Trev and Wendell can all sort of switch and cover different guys?
It makes things a lot easier. You don't have just one general guy bringing it up the court. We can have me, Trev, Dale, even Paulo bringing it up the floor. So I mean, it just makes it easier to get in our offense when we don't have to, like, one guy doesn't have to come back and get the ball and stuff like that. We can get out and transition a lot faster, and make things easier for everybody else. And just like you said on the defense end, I mean, me, Trev, and Dale, we take the defense end real serious. So I mean, we're switching pretty much any matchup we want, and just kind of manhandling people on the defense end.
Jim Sumner.
Hey, Jeremy, good to see you. Thanks for your time. In the preseason, we were all talking a lot about the chemistry you had with Trevor, having played in middle school, AAU ball, high school ball, and how that was going to translate. Well, now you've got some games in your belt. Is it working out the way that you planned? Can you just talk a little bit about your relationship with Trev?
Definitely. I mean, Trevor's a big time player. So, I mean, all the stuff that y'all seen him do, I've seen him do a million times. So our connection, like you said, we've been playing together since middle school, high school. So the connection is always going to be there. I'm just excited he's on the same court as me again.
Well, a quick follow-up. When we talk about chemistry, we tend to think of in terms of offense, but it also applies on defense. Do you have a better feel for where he's going to be in transition on defense, for how he's going to handle a hedge or a switch or something like that?
I mean, yeah, we definitely are on the same page on the defense all the time. Like if I'm trying to forcing my guy one way, I might know he's gonna come from the backside and try to get a little steal, or if I force him a certain way, then he's gonna go in the pass lane and try to get a little steal. I mean, it's just different things that we know off the back of our hand when we're out there on the court.
All right, next we'll go to Donald Juan.
Jeremy, thank you for your time today. Catching up with everybody on the comfort level, it seems just from your freshman year to your sophomore year, you've exhibited a lot of, an increase in that comfort level on the court. What about the offseason did you focus on to kind of make it so that you feel comfortable out there? And it seems like it's been working out so far with your play.
Just keeping my confidence high. Just a big thing when you're on the court, you always want to have your confidence high. So just always have that ultra confidence in yourself. Just knowing that, just never have that negative thoughts in your mind. Just stay at an all-time high in confidence. That's a big thing for me.
We'll go back to Steve Wiseman.
Jeremy, just what's your assessment of this team's defense, the way you guys play defense? Because you guys are racking up steals at a high number, and teams are having trouble shooting, 40% against you guys.
We take pride in the defense, and we got 3 guards that's gonna hassle you. Even P, we can switch with P out on the perimeter sometimes, and we have a big paint presence with Theo and Big Mark. So I mean, especially with Big Mark, you can funnel guys to the rim, and he's gonna at least contest the shot or block the shot. So I mean, the defense is just, we just work as a whole unit, as a 5 unit, and it's just easy with knowing that your teammate has your back on the backside or on the help side, something like that.
Ryan McLaughlin.
Hey, Jeremy, you just touched on it a little bit. I just want to ask about, Mark only played, I think he's averaging like 16 and a half minutes a game, but he had the chance to play a little more against Gardner-Webb with the lineups that you guys were facing. Did it change how you guys played defensively out on the perimeter? And do you expect that kind of going forward if it did?
Definitely, Mark's presence in the paint is definitely key for us. I mean, he's 7 foot, got a 7'6" wing, 7'7", something like that wingspan. So I mean, he's definitely gonna be a big paint presence. And when guys see him on the offense and see him in the paint, they definitely gonna think twice about going in there. So I mean, it definitely makes stuff a lot easier. It makes stuff a lot easier for us, the guards, so you can pressure a lot, and you don't really got to worry about your guy going by you because you know you have a big 7-foot guy behind you waiting to protect the paint.
All right, we'll go back to Donald Wine.
Yeah, Jeremy, just following up on that question that Brian just asked you, I want to shift it to Theo John. When he's in the game, there's obviously another element of energy when he's on the court, and just that physicality. What's it like playing with him so far this year, and what have you learned, at least from his when he's on the court? How does that help your player, or the rest of the guys on the team?
I know Theo's he's gonna give it 110% effort every time. Fifth-year guy, he's been through the war, so I mean he knows pretty much everything about the college game. So when he gets in there, it just gives us even more confidence, and he's another leader on the team. He's gonna get us going with his defensive presence.
Any more questions for Jeremy? David Thompson.
Yeah, just quick thing with about Theo. He seems like such an intimidating dude. Is that kind of like the first time you met him? Did you think that? And but behind the scenes, maybe is he a little cuddlier?
Theo's definitely my guy. His presence can definitely going to be felt when he's out on the court. Big strong guy. So I mean, definitely I'm happy he's on my team because if anything ever happens, Big Theo's got your back.